So here we are, the Old Anorak radio show, where we're talking about two lifelong pals, talking about putting a fantasy band together. Now, we don't just throw this show together. Oh no, this is a second take of some. So if you think this is bad, you should have seen the stuff before. It was Anyway, I'm Chris Young. I am the young Padawan. Yeah, okay, the not so young Padawan, who bows to the greater knowledge of the old Anorak himself, which is James Lang. James, lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm fine, Christopher.
Yeah.
Thanks for the intro there.
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, I want people to know that we care. We don't just put anything out. Yeah.
No, this is crafted.
Crafted. It's sculpted. It's like it's like Leonardo DiCaprio's David, which isn't quite as good as the original, but it wasn't a bad punt.
Yeah. And his pal Baccarat.
Yeah. Hold on, didn't they sing "Yes Sir I Can Boogie"? Oh, I need a certain song.
Yeah, that's after Bert retired.
Oh, yes, him. Yes, that gadgy. Right, so what on earth are we talking about? So we've done the introductions. People now know who we are.
Yeah, we better say something to keep them interested.
Yes, so this is a follow-up from last week's show. Last week where we were talking about putting our dream band together. How do you want to go about this, James? Where are we going?
Well, let's just run through what we're going to be doing this week.
Yeah.
Because last week we assembled our fantasy bands with 5 members, and we'll recap who we've each chosen for that just before we start.
We actually bought a mansion in the Highlands. That's where they're doing their work just now.
That's right, yeah.
So there is an album on the way.
No expense has been entered into here. You've spared.
No penny, no. Just imagine in that mansion in your mind. Jim, the medication's wearing off. What do I do now? Sorry, carry on. Take more. Yeah. Okay, so carry on.
So, just like in real life, we're going to imagine that, people change and people change their mind. And this week, for whatever reason, one of our original band members from last week has decided, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to leave the band.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it myself. I was really upset.
I was in bits. Yeah.
I thought they were the. Actually, they were the solid bit in my band anyway.
I know. See, when mine spoke to me, it was like...
Yeah.
It was a bit of a surprise.
My concern was that they'd been dead for 5 years as well. But yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that fustiness as well that comes in the room with them.
They do, yeah, but still chatty. Yeah.
Still chatty. So, as well as replacing a disappearing member, we're going to be choosing 2 new members each. And then we're also going to be choosing back-in singers because both our bands have decided we want a bigger sound.
Yeah, bigger sound.
So one way to do that, get some back-in singers in.
I think the thing that's worth commenting on is that you put some thought into how your band members are going to blend seamlessly into a meaningful mass. To become something that is greater than the moving parts. Whereas mine...
I feel there's a contrast coming here.
Whereas mine is a bit kind of stuff you might find in the kitchen that you put into a blender and you think, that looks like a smoothie to me.
Yeah. You're taking the jazz approach, aren't you?
Jazz, yeah, that's me. Jazz Chris.
Improvised.
Yeah. Impro Jazz Chris.
Impro Jazz Chris, yeah.
Yeah, I'm changing my name by default today. Yeah. So I interrupt you. So we built a band. Band members fell out.
No worries. I've had 40 years of it.
40 years
listener
band.
I've had to put up with it.
Is this where we talk about North East London Polytechnic?
Yeah, let's.
We went to North East London Polytechnic. Those were the days. It was
Mary Hopkin was there as well.
Oh, she was, wasn't she? we, you wouldn't look at to look at us, but we both have a degree in psychology. Isn't that astonishing? That we both tumbled out of that sacred institution.
We've actually got one each, not one between us.
I was going to talk about that. Do you know they put both our names on the top? So we've got half a degree. Yeah.
So who's Deg and who's Ree?
Yes, I think De and Gree. I think that's more of a sort of, yeah. Anyway, but I've still got my degree. I get it out occasionally to look at it and listen. If you can get away with fading members, I can say getting it out. All right. So don't you start judging me for single entendres. Anyway, what the hell are we talking about now?
God knows. We've just reverted to type, I think.
Yeah, good. Right.
Shall we get back to being the disciplined professional outfit we really are?
Namaste.
Mani Padme Hum.
What?
That's the full version of.
Is that really?
It is, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Only you would know that. Yeah.
Me and a few other blokes in the Himalayas.
A few gadgets. Yeah.
Himalayan
gadgets. Yeah. Cool. Hold on. Nothing. Right. Carry on.
You were going to grab that tangent and go with it, weren't you?
I was going to start talking about the champions and their late.
Yeah. Oh no, let's leave that because that's a big long wobbly tangent. That is.
Yeah. So we won't know.
So, shall we do a recap of last week?
We can.
Yeah.
Behold,
you've got them written down.
Look. Just because I threw it away last time after writing it down, I'm on top of this, okay? Don't judge me. I am the king.
It's too late for that, son.
Preparation.
I did that minutes ago.
Yeah. So do you want me to go through my original band members?
Yeah, give us your original 5 because we had, just to give the listener a quick rundown, we had 5 categories with a bass guitarist, drums, guitar, rhythm guitar, and vocalists. So Chris, who are yours?
So I've got it's quite an eclectic mix. So I have on bass, I've got Peter Hook, who was from Joy Division and then later New Order. Mm-hmm. Fantastic bassist, brilliant. Then on drums, I had Ron Wilson, who famously played the drums in Wipeout by the Safaris. On the guitar, I didn't have Hank Williams. I was reminded that he was actually called Hank Marvin by some busybody who just can't stand even the most slight inaccuracy.
Sounds like a right anorak.
Yeah, and then after just a little bit of reflection, I was able. It came back to me. My rhythm guitarist was Steve Cropper from Booker T and the MGs, and the piece of music that really stood out for me was Green Onions. So he played the rhythm guitar in that, and my singer, because none of my guitar-y people and drummers were sort of singers, I had your Whitney Houston, who was just brilliant. So that's my band. Put them in a mansion, everything's sorted. The pounds will start pouring in. As they create. I'm
sure they will. That's a cracking assembly.
Yeah.
So, running down the same order of instruments, for bass, I went for Mark King,
right,
from Level 42.
Yes.
And then on drums, I had Joe Morello from Dave Brubeck's
good
quartet.
Call. Yeah.
Guitar was Joey Reid, because I just wanted something twangy and country to sit in there with the funkiness that's running through this band. Rhythm guitar, I had Bo Diddley, because that beat's just infectious. And in vocals, was a pretty obvious one for me. That was Elvis with vocals.
Of course.
So
Didn't he play the guitar as well, Elvis, or was that really not?
He did play a bit of guitar.
Yeah.
You know, but that's our original 5 that we're starting with today.
All right, cool. But something happened.
Yeah, that's right. So
what happened with your
the
guys?
scenario is that from each of our bands, one of the members has decided they don't want to play anymore, and they're going to leave the band. So we've got to replace them.
Yeah.
And as well as that, we're going to be choosing a couple of new members because the band want to, widen the sound. So we're bringing in a couple of new instruments, and then we're going to add 3 backing singers on top of that, like we said earlier.
Yeah, cool.
So, Christopher, who's leaving your band?
Well, it came as a big shock because what you got to do is it's really important you get them together. It's important that they play as well as play. It's good that they relax, and so I put them into the underwater pig wrestling championships because I mean, who doesn't like a bit of underwater pig wrestling? So I was shocked at how competitive they all got, and when Ron Wilson lost, I mean, you'd think with the fast hands he would be a prime candidate to be a champion pig wrestler, but no, and he couldn't stand the embarrassment, so he just stormed out. We haven't heard from him since. We don't actually know where he's gone, so he left. So the creativity has been sort of broken a bit. Sort of lost
so
that was, especially the drummer. Losing the drummer is a massive thing.
So was it a bit of a strop and a stomp?
It was definitely a strop and a stomp. So, yeah, as I say, we haven't heard from him since. So if you see a very quick-handed drummer wandering around the Highlands of Scotland, shouting "Wipeout" every so often,
send him back.
Send him back. He's a great loss.
So, who's coming back in that recently slammed the door to replace him?
Well, now, I sort of went. I thought, right, what bit of percussion did I like in a song? And I'm a weak-willed, easily persuaded kind of dude, and I was listening to "Neighbourhood" by Space, and there's a bit at the beginning of that song that sounds very much like a glockenspiel, and turns out it's not a glockenspiel. It's a keyboard that is a synthesizer that mimics a glockenspiel. So I'm going to cheat, and so Franny Griffiths from Space is my percussionist on the keyboard. So she's come in, and so she can play any drum sounding thing through her.
So we're fudging your percussion a bit.
No, there's no fudging. No.
Okay.
Just it sounds like percussion. It doesn't look like percussion. I mean, okay, let's look at a piano. So a piano, my friend, is essentially an elaborate percussive instrument, isn't it? You've got little buttons that line up in front of you, and you press a button, and a little hammer hits a string. That has to be percussion, surely.
Well,
whereas
you just said it yourself. It's a stringed instrument.
Yeah.
But no matter. This makes for an interesting direction.
Trick me with my own words. Anyway, a synthesizer has no strings. A bit like Pinocchio when he became a real boy. He says, trying to create a tangent, an abyss that we will fall down, and we'll pretend we never talked about this.
Therefore, her synthesizer is a percussion instrument.
Yes, especially when she smacked the lead singer around the head with it at one of their gigs.
That sounds like a great night out.
It was perfect. So, anyway, where were we? Back at Mr. Super SWAT, my band's better than your band. I put them all together, and who leapt from your band?
Right, okay, who left? Well, I've got no guitarist now. You see, since
Oh.
Jerry Reed got this phone call from his pal in Hollywood, so he's gone off to make Smokey and the Bandit with Burt Reynolds.
See, yours is based in truth as well. Look at you.
A
with
little
your,
bit.
Yeah. So off he went.
So I've replaced him with the lead singer and the person who his band is named after, King Sunny O'Day. And the band was King Sunny O'Day and his African Beats.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
So he's going to come in and add a bit of African flavour to the band.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're going to have a different kind of groove on guitar.
Right, nice. I see. Yeah, I'm liking the way your band's just building. It's like it's like an oil painting, just gradually growing and forming, and whereas mine feels like currently a lot of Lego that you've thrown up in the air, and you're hoping that it's going to come down and build a life-size model of the Taj Mahal. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I'm just hoping that you don't stand on any of the bits.
Well, yes. So my life is built with, it has been created by standing on Lego bits. They're horrible, aren't they? I mean, especially windows. They don't do the windows in the same way they used to. Little spiky bits. And
I've never been that familiar with them. You know.
I think I might be oversharing. I think they weren't my Lego bits. It might be my nephew's Lego bits, and I might have to be apologising to him for standing on his Lego bits.
Shoving him out of the way and stealing his Lego.
Yeah, well, actually breaking his Lego by standing on it. So yeah, consider this an apology. You'll get part of our millions of.
I'm sure he'll be overcome
with
by
emotion.
the heartfelt nature of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, he'll get over it.
I'm sure he will. So, moving on, young Christopher. Like we said a few minutes ago, we were both going to get to choose 2 extra members.
Yes.
So who's going to be your first new member of the
band?
band?
I've already got Franny, who replaced...
Well, Franny's replacing the other Gadgie.
Right. Hold on a second. No, right. So you're saying I need 3 new members?
Uh-huh. That's what we spoke about beforehand.
You think we might have spoke about that beforehand?
One replacement.
But what I felt was I thought one of the replacements was actually one of the new band members. I thought that's what we were talking about. I can't believe we're doing this in front of our listener. Why? Listen, this should happen behind closed doors. We shouldn't be having this. We want to portray a sort of a beautiful, seamless, loving relationship. That we'll be married together forever. Not that I'm now saying lots and lots of words in the hope that at some point a new band member is going to jump into my head, and it's going to just be any old geezer person.
So, have you got a geezer?
Well, so it has to be a different music. So
you'll have 2 extra members, bringing 2 new instruments in.
Yeah, and so I've got 1 new member, and I thought I was being really smart with that.
Well,
and I need see. The thing that keeps coming back to you sometimes get an itch in your brain that it just won't shut up. So just to spite the rest of the band, and I don't know if this person ever played with. Actually, probably did play with other band members, but I could. When I was younger, this takes us back to North East London Polytechnic, I could do a passable impression of this guy in the hallways of our halls of residence. So obviously, I've flown in Ackerbilk from nowhere. Because what he was a clarinetist, wasn't he? That's what our band needs.
I'm just remembering your impression.
Yeah, is that a tear that is pouring from your eye? No,
it's nostalgia.
Yeah, it's pity. Yeah, that's That's all I got at university. It was, oh, that's nice. Bless him. Gosh, look at that. Ah, he got to university. Who'd have thought? Yes. So the person that emerged from my wall of words, sound, Ackerbilk, clarinetist, stick him in the band. He's going to do fine things.
That's fantastic.
Do you want the other gadget?
Can do, yeah. Who's your second new gadget then?
So my other gadget is a guy called Paul Tanner. Do you know Paul Tanner?
Elsie's boy.
Yeah, yes. He it's Coronation Street to people who's a very, very old gag. It is completely in black and white.
It's probably for a niche audience these days.
So Paul Tanner, Elsie's son, he played with the Beach Boys, and you'll notice a surfing dude has gone. A surfing dude is coming in, and Paul Tanner played the theremin. Oh, good vibrations. So every band, I think, needs a theremin. So I've got a clarinetist and a bloke on the theremin. Thereminist. Yeah.
That's so easy to say that.
Thereminist. Anyway, there we are. That's my band. I've no idea what that eclectic mix is going to produce.
Well, yeah, we can but imagine.
We can.
So, 2 new members. My first one is Alison Krauss. So she's going to bring a bit of bluegrass fiddle with her.
What? See, that name really rings a bell, but I'm not...
I'm going to guess that you might know her because of the couple of albums she did with Robert Plant.
Yes.
And one of them was called Raising Sand. That was the first one.
Okay.
Which was, I don't know, it's got to be almost 10 years ago now that came out.
Right, I might have to go nerd off and look up her magicalness.
Yeah, so look up Raising Sand.
Okay, I'm writing this down on a piece of paper that I will not throw away this week.
I think the second album they did was called Raising the Roof, but I'm not certain about that.
How am I spelling Krauss?
Krauss.
Okay, cool.
So she's coming in to give us a bit of bluegrass fiddling.
Nice.
And then.
I want a fiddler now.
Well, maybe someone would be kind enough to have a tantrum and leave.
Yeah, see, I'm thinking of the fiddler from the Flowbots, and I can't remember her name. Anyway, carry on. You just. I'm not getting rid of my theremin, and now that I've got Ackerbilk, no, I can't get rid of these guys. No, carry on, crack on.
You can't. You've got to leave the guy in the licorice stick.
Yeah.
So my second new guy or guyette, comes from the classical world.
Ooh.
You're not going to guess this one.
Yeah. Pavarotti.
No.
On the banjo.
It's not Pavarotti on the banjo. It's Evelyn Glennie.
Oh, right.
She's
Drums.
coming in. More
percussion.
More percussion, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's coming in to add an extra percussive layer to the band.
Yeah, she's right dead good.
She is quite dead good.
Yeah, nice one.
So
and she's Scottish as well. So do you think
she is? Yeah. So she's a Scottish classical musician. So,
right.
Nice and niche there.
Yeah.
So that takes us to a point where we've filled all the spots in the band.
Got the bands, yeah. I'm enjoying the
look. Now the guys and girls want backing singers.
So
just to make it sound bigger.
See, I'm wondering where Ackerbilk and his bowler hat fit in with the general ambience of the... Anyway, backing singers.
Yeah. So who have you got, young Chris?
Now, again, this isn't something that I suddenly went, really, today? You want that today? No. This has been...
This was well planned.
Well planned and considered. So I think somebody who possibly has been a backing singer before, but also I think would be a brilliant backing singer because I think they're such an enthusiastic person who'd sort of G the band along, and that's Cher. I think she'd be great. So I think she'd sort of bring her energy and joie de vivre and push along. So Cher, there she is, one of the backing singers.
I mean, she's one of the many that did start as a backing singer as well.
Right.
So she'll be no stranger to it.
And then I thought, how about two people who worked together and harmonised together in the past, who could work well together as backing singers?
Mm-hmm.
So I went for your Everly Brothers. So Don and Phil, the Everly Brothers, because they already do that sort of blending in beautiful stuff that everybody else has copied, and I'm sure we'll do a show on the Everly Brothers at some stage.
No one's going to need to teach them anything.
No. So there they are, backing singers. And share. Yeah. So that's my band. Currently it's a cacophony, which is the.
That's a technical term, isn't it?
A cacophony of a band, but we'll just shake them up in a snow globe.
Is that going to be the collective noun for the band?
I think, I think that's the collective noun I'd be looking for, as opposed to a crash of rhinoceros. Actually, maybe that's the name of the band, the crash of rhinoceros. Anyway, there they are. My story is complete.
Sorted.
For the time being.
Yeah, until we start playing with this again.
Yeah.
Crash and Rhinoceros is complete.
Yes.
I've no idea what I'm calling this bunch, but it's my first backing singer. I wanted someone that had quite a high register that could get those high notes. So I've gone for Jimmy Somerville.
Oh, right, good call.
Don't think you would have seen that one coming.
No, not at all.
But I also wanted to have the opposite end catered for as well. So as well as Jimmy Somerville, he's going to look pretty small next to this gadget. We've got Isaac Hayes.
Oh, right, yes.
So the man with probably more famous for the Shaft soundtrack.
Yeah.
But he did actually do an 18-something minute long version of By the Time We Get to Phoenix. That's an experience.
Is it something that you have to sort of live through and you have to... Okay, right.
It's better than we're making it sound. But it is something to behold.
I mean, does it last as long as it takes to get to Phoenix? Is that probably why it was 18 minutes?
I guess it depends where you start from.
It's where you start, it's where you finish. Anyway.
So I've got one left. My last one, I mean, couldn't fill the backing singers up with all being guys. So I wanted someone whose voice was pretty distinctive. And we're going to have Heather Small from M
nice.
People.
Yeah.
So
searching for the hero inside yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I've got house music in there, Christopher. How unlikely is that for me?
I know. Is she house music or is she kind of, I don't know.
Well, you know what? I was wondering about what to slap down for a genre next to her name.
Yeah.
I took to Wikipedia. And one of the things it suggested was something I can't remember, and the other thing was house. And I thought,
I'll take that. Yeah.
I'll take that for the novelty value.
Yeah. What a voice, though. What a voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not worried with that talent as a backing singer, or are you backing singer? I mean, I've got value, real talent in my backing singer, so they're not going to fight, are they? Because these aren't going to be egos tripping over each other.
I've no idea, but if that breaks out, I'd advise wee Jimmy to stand well back. I'll stick a tenner on Heather.
Yeah. I don't know about Isaac Hayes. I don't think I'd get into a ring with him. Yeah. Didn't he sing chocolate-covered salty balls by the...
from that cartoon show.
Yeah, from that
which
cartoon
neither
show.
of us can remember.
Yeah, from that cartoon show.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he was chef, wasn't
He was the chef, yes. So anyway, yeah, so that tangent aside... well, our bands are complete, even though they were fractured and we have repaired.
We have. So everyone is going to live groovily and happily ever after.
It's like that fancy Dan Japanese stuff that they do when a pot breaks and they stick it back together with golden stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm sure there's a name for that will escape me forever. And if anybody wants to get in touch and say, that's what it's called, Chris, you will win a signed copy of my stapler. Okay.
Don't they just call that repairs?
Yeah, I think they do. And they've just made it sound a bit more ninja and a bit more kung fu and Buddhist.
You know, to be fair, I'm pretty sure there is a fancy name for it.
Yeah, it's bonsai trees. It's Suzuki. It's and so on.
Suzuki Prit.
Yes, Suzuki Prit. Yeah, there's your first million right there. The Suzuki.
That's easy for you to say.
Brit stick that goes at 90 miles an hour. You can stick on the side. Yeah.
You know, and it's quite apt because we've had to glue our bands back together this week.
We have, and we're reconstructed. So, we have arrived at this end point. What do we want from our eager listener?
Well, I'd love for them to just join in and slap down their fantasy band in the comments.
Yeah, I'd love that.
You know, whether they just want to give us 4 or 5 members and leave it at that, or they want to add the extras that we've added today. Doesn't matter. Anyone can play.
Or and I want to hear how their bands split up. You know, what happened. You know, I mean, if they tried to sort of try, activities that they thought would be team building, and yet ended up destroying the band, like my underwater pig wrestling. So I mean, you can't do good for doing bad for doing or something. So I'd like to hear the story how your band built, and I'd love to hear how many theremin players you can fit into your band, or maybe not.
Yeah. So and we also want the usual YouTube stuff as well. Likes, subscriptions. You can find us in other places. You can find us on the Substack, which is you can, and there's also Blue Sky as well. And now I've found the login for it again. We can throw Twitter into that mix as well.
We really well done remembering the login. So it's revitalised. We have returned to.
I'd love to say it was memory that did it for me, but
no. But if you want to join us on that toxic dump that is Twitter,
we might be there occasionally.
Yes. So yeah, brilliant. That's kind of it from me. Anything you want to add to our to our dear listener?
No, but just that we're going to be doing a series of these things. And this is probably the most eclectic, where we've just chosen people from different genres and shoved them together. But we're going to narrow the field again. Yeah. And do a few more of these. What do you fancy doing for next week, Chris?
So you're thinking about...
What genre do you fancy doing for next week?
See, I was thinking about, for you, I was thinking something like Americana or country or something like that. And I was thinking maybe we could go punk.
If you like. Yeah. So we're going to do our ideal punk band next week.
Yeah, let's do that. And
so that's one for the listeners to prepare for. That's your homework.
Brace yourself.
we're going to want 5 members. We're going to stick to the usual format that we've established just now. So you're going to have bass, drums, guitar, rhythm guitar, and someone to, I was going to use the word sing, but if it's a punk band we're putting together, maybe singing isn't absolutely essential.
Or being able to play any instruments whatsoever.
That's right, as long as they're enthusiastically having a go.
Yeah, plucky.
Plucky is a good word.
Plucky
That's
punk.
very, very, very musical and punnish.
Yeah. That's what I was going for. Look at me, I'm a genius. And the way that you sort of drew meaning from it as well, it's just...
Yeah.
That's why it's like some kind of symbiotic relate. Anyway, enough of all that noise. I think it's time to play the outro, don't you?
Yeah, go for it.
It's been fun. Farewell, I've been Chris Young. Who have you been?
I've been Jim Lone.
It's been brilliant to see you. Thanks for listening.
Cheerio.
Bye for now.